Start as you mean to go on. That, I think, is a catchphrase from the Secrets of a Baby Whisperer book, and it's one of the most profound, best pieces of advice that we got out of that book. It applies to a lot of things, but it applies to baby sleep, in particular, naps. Start as you mean to go on. I'll probably repeat that from time to time. Maybe I'll repeat it a lot. It's profound. Keep thinking about it. What it means essentially is if you don't see yourself or you don't want to be doing something at 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or 12 months or 18 months or 24 months, don't do it now. Now, don't just take that advice out of context in a vacuum and start applying it to every single thing. But just think about it. If you don't want your 6-month-old or 9-month-old or 12-month-old to be napping in your arms in the chair all the time, and by the way, when he's 18 months old, our son grew pretty well, and at some point he was a big boy. It was hard for grandma to hold him in her lap, and then he would, let's say, fall asleep and then lift him up and put him in the crib. Well, if you don't want to be doing that, and rest assured, take my word for it, as much as you love your baby and as cute as they are, you are not going to be wanting to do that all the time, then start as you mean to go on. It is your job, Dad and Mom, but together, to help teach your infant how to self-soothe and how to go to sleep. And it's your job to give him or her the gift of nighttime sleep and even daytime sleep with the naps. Because naps are pivotal to an infant and a toddler's life. They help them make it through the day so that they can get to that nighttime sleep, because they can't stay up all day like we can. Start as you mean to go on. What does that mean? Our personal opinion, my advice would be, don't nurse to sleep. Dr. Weissblut says, well, it's okay. He in the edition of the book that we read, he didn't really look askance, or he wasn't really critical of nursing to sleep. You do whatever you think is best. But I like the idea of nursing to feed, using other methods to self-soothe or to soothe the baby after that. And it's not like he won't get plenty of time at the breast or the nipple and it is very soothing for newborns to do that, to suckle. But he'll get plenty of that. I wouldn't nurse to sleep. I especially wouldn't get in the habit of, just, hey guys, I had to stop recording, and so I'm picking up later where I left off. But what I was saying was that what you definitely don't want to do is get into the habit of inverting the feed-wake sleep cycle, turning it into a wake-feed sleep cycle where the baby nurses to sleep. Things aren't as structured, and so you think the baby's hungry, you put him to the breast, he's nursing, but then he falls asleep while he's nursing because it's so comforting and soothing for them to be doing that. And then you think, well, just let him sleep anyway, so he doesn't get a full feeding. He doesn't get the hind milk in addition to the fore milk that we talked about in the last video. And then he wakes up and maybe he doesn't sleep as long because he doesn't have a full tummy. And then when he gets up, it's going to be more difficult to ascertain whether the baby's cries are hunger cries or tired, cranky cries. And it's just not going to be as clean and good of a process for you. It's going to be harder for you to troubleshoot your baby. And I don't think it's going to be, the optimal lifestyle, I guess, even for a newborn, that it would be if you were to do feed, wake, sleep.